Hey, are you ready to go? It's that little gay talk show. Hey, you bitches and hoes, it's that little gay talk show.
All tea, all shade. Baby, it's Texas made.
It's that little gay talk show.
Hello, everyone. It's that little gay talk show, and I'm your host, Joel Tatum. And today's episode is brought to you by Fiber. Fiber, keeping that kitchen clean. All right.
Oh, girl, you know I like a clean kitchen, honey.
I just use the Massagill.
Ain't nobody use Massagill.
You don't have to douche if you got that kind of push.
Amen.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you see how we start this show already.
I'm just Randy.
Welcome to another episode of That Little Gay Talk Show. Of course, I'm your host Joel Tatum. I got Miss Randy on the side of me. How you doing, Miss Randy?
Girl, I'm fibered up and fine. How are you?
On today's episode, we got two more on today's episode. We got Miss Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
What's going on?
Although can we say the Funky Bunch? Because
no, I don't think you can say that.
That's from
Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can say that.
Mm-hmm. So we could just say Marky Mark.
Delete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, delete. And of course, we have Miss Elliott. How you doing, Miss Elliott? Long time no hear, girl.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new name.
Mm-hmm.
King Dong.
What? Ooh, that sounds like a story.
See, I had a hot flash earlier, and it was medical, but now it's a different story.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Now I'm King Dong. You gonna have to tell that story, girl. Have to tell that story.
I mean, that's the story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so was this an evening with a gentleman who took one look at it and went, "Ooh, King Dong"?
Was it King Dong or
you know
King
what?
Kong?
Mm-hmm.
No, King Dong.
All right, see,
Okay.
everybody's got a story, girl.
Yeah, everybody's got a story.
There's more than one story in the big city of Houston.
Yes,
honey.
there is.
Hey, 2020. It's time for the King Dong.
Mm-hmm.
See,
2020. Speaking of which, Randy and I brought in 2020 so terribly.
Mm-hmm.
So we heard.
We felt bad for how many days?
Oh my gosh, 2 days. I haven't drank that much in a long
I know,
time.
girl. It was, oh my God, it was something
A
else.
long time, bitch.
It was something else. That's why I had to clean myself out for 29 days.
Oh, I didn't drink for at least 2 weeks because I missed the next show.
Mm-hmm. Well, for y'all out there who were like wondering what's going on with me, I am now 100%. Can say this 100%. I am now a non-smoker.
Yes.
Blessed.
Mm-hmm. I am now non-smoker.
I'm so happy for
When
you.
I come into
Me
my
too.
house, it does not smell like cigarettes.
I noticed that.
Mm-hmm. It smells like everything else. It smells like sometimes I need to take out the garbage.
Smelled like whatever the hell
You can actually
soup that
smell
was.
everything now.
Uh-huh.
Whatever the
It
hell soup
smells
that
like
was you were eating earlier is what it
sweat.
Yeah,
smells like.
exactly. I had some Chinese food earlier. So,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you can't leave Chinese food out too long.
Oh, she brought
Is it
China in
Chinese
the house.
food or man funk?
Oh, I wish it was, man. It needs to be some more man funk up in this house.
I think it smells like man funk.
I needs to be some more man funk up in this house. There's
I
not
don't know
enough
if
man
I don't know if
funk.
you need more. It's pretty
Well,
it's pretty funky.
I don't smell anything anymore because I smoked. Talking about smoking, I smoked so much and I breathe through my nose so often that I can't hardly smell anything. So when he asked that question, I was like, "Oh, it could be that."
I'm not
food he
complaining.
ate
It's
earlier.
better than the cigarettes.
You know what? I will
He's
say
talking
that.
about cigarettes.
And I
He
kind of
smokes
like the
cigarettes.
man funk, actually.
I will say this. Obviously, after 30 years of smoking, and I mean 30 years of smoking, after 30 years of smoking, my sense of smell is back, and it is through the roof. I can literally smell things like 15 feet away. I mean, that's how my nose. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day, and they were having cocktails, and I could smell the peppermint that he put in his mouth from 5 feet away, and I'm like.
Goodness.
And I
Wow,
walked
you
up
got
to
a good
him,
nose.
and I walked up to
Yeah, that's a
him,
good
and I
nose.
said, "Hey, are you drinking? An old fashioned?" And he goes, "No, I always drink rum and cokes." And I'm like, "Cause I smell mint." And he says, "Oh no, I just popped the peppermint in my mouth." And I'm like, That's what I smelled. And he goes, you smelled that all the way? I said, yes.
Girl, you got some kind of
Wait,
talent.
so wait, can you smell people's asses?
Oh, Lord, yes. That's the unfortunate thing.
She is a rusty booty detector.
Yes, that's an unfortunate
She
thing.
can smell. If you didn't wipe good,
Yes,
she's going to
I
know
can
it,
smell
girl.
I will know it. I will know it. I will definitely know it. I will send you. Hey, look, I know you probably had a hard day and everything, but go take a shower because I can smell it.
I guess the dog in him has come out. He's sniffing now.
You know, after a certain age, you just get tired of wiping so much.
Oh, my gosh.
That's where I'm at.
We're back
Are you-
to the kitchen being cleaned, aren't we?
I think we're back to. Let's
You
have some
better
kitchen
clean
talk.
That kitchen, girl.
I need
no,
some fire
that's all the
gas.
kitchen talk we need.
That kitchen, once again.
Got to be clean, girl.
Gotta be
Dude, I
clean.
turned 45 and something happened to my kitchen. I don't know.
Well, wait till you turn 50, girl.
Maybe you need to refurbish.
50 has a surprise for you when it comes to that kitchen.
Really? It gets
you
worse?
need to refurbish.
Oh, yeah.
It starts sealing up and saying, do not enter.
I think for some of us at the table, we are almost at the age now where we're going to have somebody come in, some kitchen inspectors come in and make sure that the kitchen is working properly. And if you know what I mean,
Wait, what age is that? That's 50, right?
50, I think they said 55.
Oh,
between
no,
50
no.
and 55.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about a
Think
Are you talking about a prostate exam?
No, you're supposed to have a prostate exam
40.
at 40.
I had somebody stick their finger up my hole
But
when I was 40, and he didn't complain then.
Wait, are you still supposed to do that? Because my doctor said
He
you
didn't
just do
say
lab
nothing about no
tests.
prostate issues.
I think they do lab tests now. I think that now they just take a sample of poop.
yeah, now they just take a sample.
Oh,
You don't
now
have
we're
to do
going
that
a
anymore.
step too far.
Modern
wanna
science
hear
has
that.
advanced.
So you got the
I kind
finger
of was
Randy.
thinking,
Who?
like,
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, see, Randy, you got the finger back then.
And it sure felt good. But, you know, he complimented me, and it was actually at a doctor's office, and I was so complimented because he said, "Sir, I'm going to need you to take a deep breath
You took
and
this like a
count
pro."
to 3." Mm-hmm. And I was thinking to myself, what the hell is he about to do? And he pulled my gown up and said, "Oh." And I thought, oh, my gosh, he thinks I'm some kind of straight person or something. He's talking about counting to 3 and take a deep breath. This might hurt.
Yeah, you
What?
She
I
stepped
was
it
like,
up.
Do you
did
know-
this motherfucker just say it's going to hurt?
Do you know how many times we have heard that just in bedroom situations? Be
Well, I
careful
was at the
now.
doctor. I was at the doctor, and yes, bitch, I was so proud of myself. I said, yes, honey, it is correct. My lips are just fine. Everything is in the place it's supposed to be in. I'm waiting for my husband, and I'm still waiting.
Well, well, for those of y'all out there listening, y'all now know if you are in the lookout for a husband.
no, you're
Randy-
talking to him, aren't you?
Randy has had everything looked up under the hood, and under the hood, everything has been fixed, replaced.
Spark plugs has been changed and
Spark
everything.
plugs have been changed. The
Yes,
kitchen,
indeed, it's always
the
clean,
kitchen
bitch.
is
New wallpaper.
spark-
New
you know,
wallpaper, honey.
new wallpaper in the kitchen. Although you know what, for a kitchen that's been haunted for quite some time.
Ooh,
Cobweb.
I mean that bitch has ghosts of
ain't
of chef's
nobody
ass.
haunting nobody's kitchen up in here.
Oh Lord, there's gonna be an Insidious 5, Randy's kitchen.
Randy's
You ought to be
kitchen.
ashamed
Lord.
of yourself for that.
Probably have a cute little doll in the back.
You shame on you. No, my kitchen is clean and unoccupied and will remain that way until I get a ring on this motherfucking finger. It is illegal now, so bitches, I'm bringing the dowry, and it's my ass.
And if
I'm
you
gonna-
want it, you should have
Well-
put a ring on it.
What if you get married and you don't like the entry?
Oh, I'm going to test it out before I get married.
Wait.
I know what I said, but do you have to make me contradict myself?
I'm the.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you're right.
that
You
guy.
need to try out that car before you drive it off the lot. So I'm going to try it out.
I will tell any man that will hook up with Randy, Go get some Ghostbusters, girl, because ain't nobody.
And it's been a while,
It's
but
been a
there's
while.
no Ghostbusters necessary, bitch. Ain't nobody been up in there.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Then don't be. Because we ain't having none over here. You got more ghosts. You got a lot of ghosts. You need the Holy Ghost.
No,
is what you need.
no. My kitchen has had a lot of real estate agents inside
I know
showing
that's
off
right.
the property, going, "Oh, this property. Oh, no, this property has been used quite a bit, but
and
it's
needs
in
some
good-
work.
It needs a little bit of work, but it's in good condition. The bones are good.
You need to come in there with one of those weed eaters and get your hedges done.
Yeah.
and
Well, you know what? Though the foundation is
weed
good
whacker.
though.
weed whacker.
As long as anybody will tell you in real estate, as long as the foundation and the roof
Oh, it's
are
got
in
good bones.
Yes, as long as the foundation and the roof are in good repair, you're fine.
And the plumbing.
My kitchen is just boarded up.
Boarded up.
I don't know where to go from there.
Did the city come in and condemn it, girl?
Oh, see, that's a different story altogether.
The neighbors condemned it.
Oh,
Everyone
the neighbors
did.
said, "Oh no, there's too much crack going on there.
Oh no,
There's crack holes in
she's
there.
got crack.
Just scared
in
to
her
peek
crack.
in.
You got some.
She got some crack in her crack, girl.
You got some animals hanging out there. Some raccoons and possums.
Some lonesome pussycats.
Couple of oh no,
New life forms are being
Oh
made.
no, this is a gay household. No, there's no pussy in any of these households.
Oh. Don't get me too'd now. Watch out.
Oh, is there some pussy in your?
You gonna get me too talking about all this degradation of women. Don't do it.
What?
These are hard times. Don't do it.
Okay. I was talking about cats. I don't know what you're talking about. Pussy
heard-
is another name for a cat.
That's true now.
That's another name for a cat. I just said pussy.
That's true.
as in-
That's true.
What did I say? I said the pussies. Me.
I'd rather you say cat.
Would you rather I say cat? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, ask me what my favorite James Bond movie is.
What's your favorite? Oh, I know what your favorite James Bond movie is.
What?
Octavagina.
Octopus.
Octopussy. Mm-hmm.
I mean, how
Wait.
can you not like that?
Was I recall that in one of those James Bond movies, someone was named Pussy Galore.
There was.
There was a
What
character.
about a lot of vagina?
Oh, I
Was
remember
there a lot of vagina?
A lot of vagina.
Wait.
See,
Yes.
all of those
I
movies
thought that
will
was
be Me
Austin
Too.
Powers.
Yeah, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, that movie could. We're gonna get Me Too out. Better watch your shit. Gonna get sued.
Sued by who?
All them folks at Me
Everybody is suing everybody. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Too. No,
You
We
can
are
say
on the.
it.
We
I
are,
don't want to be sued.
may I remind y'all that we are one of the best things about the position that we're in as a podcast is that we literally can say anything because 15 people are only listening.
We have more than 15 people listening.
I'm kidding.
Hey, Hong Kong, how you doing?
Oh, we picked up a little bit of Iraq. I was looking at the
Really?
little bit of Iraq.
I thought he was talking about my chest.
I don't know if it might be. Ooh,
Hey,
Lord.
Iraq.
Oh, hey, Iraq.
I don't want to go there.
It might be some soldiers
still
listening.
flex.
It might be some, but yes, Iraq. We're picking
Well,
up
you
a
know,
little bit of Iraq.
I'm always here for the soldiers.
Hey, send us a picture. I want
know.
to see.
Always here for the soldiers.
Always here for the
boo.
soldiers.
Do your duty, dear.
Our gay, lesbian, and trans soldiers, we love you. We always
We
here
love
for you.
all of you soldiers.
We
and
love
seriously,
all you soldiers.
even you straight solgers. Bless your heart.
Bless your
Gotta
heart,
be
you.
hard. You already fighting a war, and then you gotta fuck a woman. That's just awful.
I know. I know. You poor thing.
Didn't you suffer enough?
I know. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
there's somebody that's complaining. Huh?
See, that's bad. That sounded misogynistic. I love women. I really do. I just ain't gonna fuck one.
Okay. Is this whole episode going to be less?
No, and frankly, I don't.
Let's apologize to every woman for everything we done.
You better. Anyway.
Because I don't recall that I've done anything wrong.
Oh, honey.
Well, it's
You
gay
don't
men.
know.
You're the one that's all like, does it smell like fish in here?
When did I say that?
Every show that I've ever been on.
Oh, I have not. I resemble that remark.
He
He's gonna
resembles.
retract it.
Now he doesn't resent. He resembles that remark.
Anyway, moving on. I hope.
Are we moving on?
Oh Lord, I hope so.
Okay, let's.
Hey,
move
guess
on.
what I had for dinner?
Oh, what did we have for dinner?
Fish.
He did. As a matter of fact, I was there, and there was a friend of a friend there, and I can't
He's a
not.
psychopath,
I can't not
supposedly.
mention this. He is what I used to call him the poor man's Brad Pitt back in the day when Brad Pitt was really fine. And
Brad Pitt's still fine, girl.
but he ain't as
He ain't
fine
as fine as this
guy.
dude.
and he goes, "It's so good to see you, man." I'm like, "It's good to see you too." And we hugged the first time, and I got a feel of the valley, of his back, where a man who's got real nice, strong back, and he's got that strong cut.
I thought he was going to introduce me, and Randy was acting like I didn't even exist.
I know.
I
right?
had
That's-
to.
that's
I had
like, what a
no.
bitch.
Wait a minute. I have a reason for that, and I told you I forgot his name. I hadn't seen him in so many years. I'm old. I forgot his name, and I was begging. Lord, please do not let him ask me who's your friend, because then I'm gonna have to introduce him and look like a damn
Well,
fool.
Randy, here's what I've learned.
Yeah, there's a way
And
around that.
there is a way around that. When you do have someone, when I bring David White out or Marcus out, and someone comes over and says hello that I haven't seen in a long time and cannot remember their name,
Now we know he can't remember their name.
and I will look at Marcus and David and go, I don't know who this is. I don't know why she's.
See, he does it. Joel gets that
But
dude. too.
We
here's
back
what
him up.
I do. Here's what I do. I introduce them to Marcus and David, and then they go, "My name is," and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then as soon as I hear their name, then flashes of memory come back, and I know exactly who they are.
Well, with
right-
us, I was away from the table, and we were about 3 feet away from the table, and he could have chimed in and said, "Hi," and then left me hanging.
I'm not
like,
going to
"Oh,
interrupt
hey."
your fucking kiss fest. I'm not that rude.
Was it a kiss
I
fest?
wish it was a kiss fest.
It looked like a kiss fest to me.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a kiss fest. Anyway, that motherfucker's fine. So I called my friend, who's his friend first, and he's a friend of a friend. And I texted him, and he said, "That psycho motherfucker, don't talk to him, don't trust him." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not taking a loan out with him.
Okay, so
I'm not signing a letter of credit."
So, Randy, this is what I'm going to need to happen here because I want to hear more of this story. But I need to hear.
There is no more.
But here's what I need to hear.
Yeah, that's
because
it.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I got.
I need to hear. Elliot's side because I want to hear what Elliot thought. First of all, what
no, that
Elliot
was-
thought of this person that Randy is like. Oh, he's so fine and everything else.
King Kong Dong, what do you think?
King of Dog.
I thought he was hot, but I didn't get that good of a look because they were sort of behind me, and I'm not going to turn around and stare.
So, did Randy introduce him to you, or
No, we covered
We
that.
covered
No.
that.
no?
No,
So-
I was left to eat my fish.
I couldn't.
See, Randy. See,
Vagina.
It was tequila Tapiana.
see. Okay.
Tilapia.
What had
Yeah,
happened?
whatever that is.
So I want to.
Terlerperer.
So Randy, see, this is. Girl, I love you.
What?
But you do this all the time.
Because I can't
girl.
remember anybody's motherfucking name.
Girl, you do this all the time. You always hog all the good-looking dudes that
Oh,
you
that.
know. Trust me, I know when I go out with him, it's the same thing. He'll see someone he doesn't know in quotes.
I
doesn't
don't remember
in
anybody's
quotes.
name. This is a condition. I'm scared.
And
I've
it's
got some
always-
early onset Alzheimer's shit going on over here, and this motherfucker's talking about you do this on purpose. It's like I ain't doing shit.
And
I
it's
am
always
legit
someone
scared.
It's like he hogs these guys. It's always someone who's
All
super
you have to do is
hot.
say, "Oh, by the way, this is my friend Chris. I'm going to say, "Hi, I'm Chris." He's going to say, "Hi, I'm so and so." It's that
Exactly.
That's what we
fucking
do
simple.
when I'm with Joel.
Well,
Yeah,
you know, the
exactly.
problem is, though, guys, that you don't understand. In my head, I'm thinking, I can't remember this guy's name. I can't remember this guy's name. What's his name?
See,
What's
we
his
would've
name?
picked up on
and
that.
it did come
Yeah.
to me at the table when I sat down. It came to me after a few minutes, and I said his name, and I was happy about it. But that I
Those are
remembered
fun.
finally. But
So-
anyway,
So Randy, I'm gonna tell you something that will save you in the future. This is why you need to start hanging out with Roberta and the other one. The other Miss Brandy.
I haven't seen Roberta.
I know.
I called him and tried to get him on the show tonight.
Because when Dave...
Call in.
Because when I hang out with David and Marcus, they can look at me and go... This bitch doesn't even know who this person is. This person has come over and said hello to Joe. Hold on, let me tell the story. This person doesn't even know. There was one time David White and Marcus and I were out and we were at a bar. I think we were at a bar. Were we at a bar?
I don't remember.
We were at
we all old.
Yeah, we were. No, I remember what it was. We went to dinner and then we went to... we went to dinner, and then we went to TK Betterman's, and we were all sitting around hanging out. And someone came over and said, hello. And I looked at David and Marcus going, I don't know who this bitch is.
We know that look.
And they know the look. Mm-hmm. They know the look. They looked at me and went, okay, I got you. So he came over and said, Joel, I haven't seen you in a long time. That advice you gave me, 2 weeks ago was so great. And thank you for doing that for me. You really listened to me and all this other stuff. And I'm looking at David and Marcus going, girl, I had a lot of cocktails. I have no idea. I have no idea who this is. I had a lot of cocktails. He started talking to me. Honestly, and I told David White and Marcus this. Honestly, I was looking at his dick. We just
rolled our eyes.
I was looking at his dick the whole time. He was talking to me about stuff, but I was looking at his dick the whole time wondering, am I going to get this? Mm-hmm. How big is it? Is it going to be good?
He's telling the truth.
That's all the stuff that I was thinking when I was looking at this guy.
He had a full conversation with the man's crotch.
Yes, I was having a full and the man was talking to me about his issues and problems he was having with the person that he was with.
A skit. This is
I know. And I looked over at David and Marcus, and they looked at me and went,
"Look at his eyes."
They looked at me and went, "Girl, I got you." Yeah. So they went up and said, "Hey, how are you? I'm such and such. We're hanging out with Joel. Joel brought us here. We had never been here before." He introduced himself, and I went, "Oh, now I know what his name is." Mm-hmm. And then I looked over at them and said, "Don't waste your time, girl. He's got too many issues." And that was it. But that's how you do it.
That's the way I know.
That's
you
how
have
you do
said
it.
so, and I will take that under advisement. But the truth is, I get too panicky. Mm-hmm. Too panicky. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. When you get to the point where when you have friends who can look at you and go, "Oh, this bitch here. This bitch doesn't even know who this person is."
Yes, but I hardly ever see those friends.
Mm-hmm.
I hardly ever see those friends because,
isn't it amazing when
time
you know your
goes
name?
on and people get married and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know. And I've had to do this. By the way, I've had to do this with them too.
I'd like to think that people other than me have this condition, other than you and me. Mm-hmm. I like to think that somebody's struggling to remember my name.
Randy, you are very rememberable. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to forget you.
Oh, Lord.
That is true. I've been on many occasions with Randy where, "Randy, how are you?" And Randy went,
I'm like, "Lord, I don't know who this is. Motherfucker. I don't know this motherfucker."
There was one time, girl, we were at Michael's Outpost, and this queen, from the time she walked to the door, Randy and I were sitting at the bar, and this queen screamed, "Randy! Oh my God, I
didn't know that bitch."
And Randy looked at me and went, "Girl, I don't know who she is.
Help me." I'm like, "Help me, girl, help me."
And I said, "Okay, girl.
I don't know her.
I mean, we hadn't even been there 2 minutes. Randy and I hadn't even been there 2 minutes.
I never figured out who that motherfucker was. I even tried to get his name. I said, "Let me get your number. Let me get your number." And he said,
he wrote down a number with no name.
He said, "Oh, just put it in your cell." And he starts telling me his digits. I'm like, this bitch. She is not. I was like, wait a minute. He knows I don't know his name. Now he's just torturing me.
The sad thing is the fact that I really tried. I tried to get his name several times.
Oh, you did?
I did try to get his name several times. And he went, "Oh, well, Randy has known me for quite some time." And blah, blah. And I'm like, "So my name is Joel, and your name is..." "Oh, Randy knows who I am."
Randy knows who I am.
And I'm like,
Randy does not know this motherfucker.
And I'm looking at Randy, and he's like, "Joel,
help, Lord,
no idea.
Help me, Lord."
But he was telling intimate stories.
I can't get away from him because he won't shut up. I could have went to the bathroom and said, "Oh, I got to go to the..." I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He was just regaling us with stories. I'm like, don't know this motherfucker.
I know.
And
he was, the sad thing, Randy, he was actually regaling stories that you have told me before, and I'm like, how can Randy not know this? You told me these stories before too.
Randy had a lot of adventures.
There were my 20s. Oh, Lord,
well, see, that's the thing about 20s. Living somewhere, or like growing up and staying somewhere is. I mean, I've always moved, so I would never see someone that's like a decade old.
Honey, there was a time when Roberta and I tore up Montrose on many occasion, and girl, there was this queen that moved in with us, and we used to tell him, now, listen, you have to watch your reputation in Montrose. I know you think it's a big city that you live in. This is a big city that you live in, but Montrose is as big as your finger, your thumb. And so don't do shit you don't want to come back, because it's going to come back on you. And sure enough, she was a nasty, dirty hoe, and it came back on her.
Oh, my God.
Came back on her.
I can tell you
she
right
was
now.
nastier than that queen I knew that everybody called Fuck Pig Michael.
Oh, wow. God.
I can tell you right now, I have done some outrageous things in Montrose.
Fuck Pig Michael.
I know. I have done some
that doesn't even roll off the tongue. It's so like awkward.
Can I tell you this, Elliot? There's no. How do you raise quotations to that? Fuck. What?
Pig Michael. No, listen.
You can't even raise quotations to that. If you were to tell this story. Well, there's this guy called Fuck Pig Michael. And then you're like looking at them going, so where are the quotations in that? I'm like, no, that's his actual name.
Joel, let me tell you the Fuck Pig Michael situation. What had happened was Robert and I had moved into these apartments, and there was this dude named Michael who lived down the hall. And so,
is this the fuck pig?
Yeah, I'm getting to that, girl. So we saw him, and Roberta's friend Mark, hottest motherfucker on the planet, but he was also into leather and all that. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so Mark is talking to us, and Mike catches Robert's eye. And so Robert goes, oh, there's our friend Michael. Randy, there's Michael. And Mark says, you mean Fuck Pig Michael? And Robert and I looked at each other like, what the hell? And Mark said, yeah, he'll let you do anything to him. He's real popular in the leather bar because anything goes. I'm like, oh, well, huh. Well, there you go. There's Fuck Pig Michael.
Wow. Elliot, can I tell you this?
What?
Now I can understand.
Now what?
Now I can understand. Randy, I literally can understand why when we would have people over to do the show and everything else, why they would look at you. Girl, that's an amazing story.
Well, it's true.
That is an amazing story, but good Lord, girl, how do you
I want to say
that?
Mark's last name because it's so cool, but I can't because he's going to hear it. Lord knows he'll probably hear it. So, and then he'll come over here and fuck me up because he's a big dude. So I don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah,
and I don't want. Oh, and by the way, I saw Fuck Pig Michael about 10 years later, and he said that he is no longer Fuck Pig Michael. He's just Mike. Because he's no longer a part of the leather scene. Girl, they were passing him around like a pack of cigarettes at a correctional facility, honey. It was not cute.
Wait, I want to know what this Fuck Pig Mike looks like.
He was cute. He was 5 foot nothing, but he was a cute kid.
So he was short.
Yeah, but he was cute. He was a cute kid.
Can I tell you something?
Passing him around, girl.
Actually, we're going to go to break here in a minute, but the thing is that, you know, when you've been known as Fuck Pig Michael in your past, and you're trying to get
ain't nowhere to go but up.
And you're trying to...
She's done videos.
You're trying to get your life together. You're trying to do all the stuff that you're trying to do. And then...
I feel like this is a movie.
I know. And then you were like, you're hanging out... Let's say this. You're hanging out with new friends that you made because you're not living that life anymore. and then you end up running away. And then you running into people you haven't seen in years.
Oh my
and then they
God.
go, "Hey,
fuck Big Michael."
Big Michael!" And then you have to explain to your new friends. Okay,
or, no, better yet, you're with your boyfriend's parents, meeting them for the first time.
Oh,
and then your old friends come by.
Yes.
Mom, Dad, this is Mike, formerly known as Fuck Pig Michael, but he's reformed now.
Your parents are like, "Huh?"
When you have to now explain, look, okay, I did that like several years ago, and I have I am now the CEO of a company. I'm this and that, blah 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 blah. But people will look at me and go, "Oh, it's still Fuck Pig Michael. Look at that." You could be like a super billionaire. People still do that, and I'm like, "Are you serious?"
As far as Mark is concerned, and I can guarantee you this: if Mark saw him on the street and he was in a 3-piece suit, because they're back in, by the way, they're back in. And he was in a 3-piece suit and owned a Forbes 500 company, Mark would say, "Oh my gosh, it's Fuck Pig Michael."
I think it's time to take a break. Let's take a break because we're in. Girl, we see this is what we do. This is what we do. We get crazy in the first half of the show, and
while away the time, where does it all go?
Where is the love, girl? Where is the love?
Where is the love?
Oh, no. We got to take a break.
Where is the love?
Where is the love?
Boom, chicka, boom, boom, boom.
These bitches about to, I know. These bitches about to sing. They about to sing. So we're gonna take a break, and everybody needs a cocktail. It looks like
I need a fan.
I know.
Girl, I'm flashing. I
know.
swear.
So we're gonna take a little bit of break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Hello, everyone. It's the second half of the show. We're gonna get into a little bit of news, a little bit of what's going on in the world. We had such a good time in the first half of the show. We learned a lot. Learned a lot about fiber, clean kitchens.
We moving on, ain't we?
We moving on. We moving on.
Have mercy.
So I wanna throw out a little bit of a, Randy. Randy, I had everything set up for minutes, and you just ruined it. But it's okay.
Whatever.
So
anyway.
Here's the thing. Let's go into the MSNBC debacle. The thing that, oh my God, I don't even know why we're making a big.
I'm not, and you're not.
Well, I do
just
because
want to address it.
Let me put it out here. I have to read a lot of stuff on the internet for the show. I have to look up sources. I have to see what's going on Twitter and all the other places, and sometimes it's exhausting. It is completely exhausting. First of all, on our Twitter page, That Little Gay Talk Show 1, at That Little Gay Talk Show 1. No, at That Little Gay Talk. No, it's That Little Gay Talk.
All I know is they worry me to death.
And first of all, I have to open up Twitter to 19 dick pics, a lot of ass pics. Oh, a lot of ass. A lot of ass. I'm getting a lot of ass. This show gets a lot of ass.
Well, that's healthy.
This show, well, is it? Because the show gets more ass than I do.
I know
the show gets more ass than I do, and the show.
Wait, so you're just scrolling through ass pics?
I have to scroll through dick pics, ass pics.
Well,
I've learned things.
Now you know what it feels like for women on Facebook.
It doesn't sound like a problem to me at all. But
I know. I've learned a lot about.
I like the ass. I like the dick. It's what I'm here for, bitch.
I've learned a lot about furry culture. I've learned a lot about slave culture. I've learned a lot about chastity culture, which I didn't think was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing.
You ain't never heard of Chastity Bono?
No.
I have.
Okay.
I love Chastity Bono.
forgot.
What does it have to do with chastity culture?
I thought it was a culture about Chastity Bono.
Nope.
And the second half is when we start to turn into chaos.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, because this bitch is chastity.
Y'all
stuff.
know I'm playing.
I hope so. So, yes. So the thing is that I have to go through all this stuff. So when I'm looking on Twitter page and you know, Twitter they have gay Twitter, they have black Twitter, they have Latin Twitter, they have all these Twitters, and that's amazing. And Twitter, first of all, for the bitches that are looking at me crazy,
I thought it was Twitter. I just thought it was all Twitter.
You bitches don't understand Twitter.
Why you got to segregate Twitter? Twitter is Twitter.
Because Twitter has segregated itself.
We already had this conversation.
Yeah, Twitter has segregated itself. So
did I have it? Because I wasn't here for that.
I'm not on Twitter.
Twitter. You
guys are tweeting. You are tweeting.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Care.
Yeah, but
they should call the lesbian Twitter twatter.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Oh no, you didn't. Oh,
where did you meet your girlfriend? On Twatter.
That was not any of
that was. Oh, well, by the way, that little. I'm sorry, littlegaytalkshow.com. If you have some problems with what we are saying,
tell Joel about it.
Please read our about page.
Wait, the website's up?
The website has been up, girl.
Is this the first time you've told everyone?
No, this is the second show.
Oh, okay.
littlegaytalkshow.com. You can go in and look at our page, and if you have some comments,
Joel,
let Joel have it, girl.
Did
you make it
all by yourself?
I will say this.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm going to look for a certain little thing here on. No, I'm not going to look for it.
No, don't look for it.
Let's everybody sing it.
David White.
David White bought a domain for the show for 2 years. And so we have a domain for the show for the next 2 years. And it's littlegaytalkshow.com. You can listen to our show. You can leave us comments. You can do all kinds of stuff on our page. We will be having, we're going to have like hats and clothing and all kinds of stuff with our name on it. It's going to be fabulous.
If you're smart, you could probably hack it. Just saying.
Is that what you're doing?
Sure hate it.
Are you really getting the
Maybe I've already hacked it.
Are you getting the hacking community involved? Because that would be great for our show.
I've already been hacked, honey, but from some foreign people on my pad just talking.
I would love
to each other.
Yeah, some very
just message after message. I can't read a goddamn word of it.
What is the thing?
Looks like some.
Their penises have probably never been touched.
I know, but the beautiful thing about our show is
waiting to explode.
The hacker community actually cares about us to hack it to our show. That's so beautiful.
That would be lovely.
Thank you.
Look,
we're still begging to be hacked. Hack us, baby.
Listen, we're still waiting to hear from some fucking trolls that don't like our ass. And so we will take
hack your ass pic. Hack your ass pic onto the website.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna like either one of our asses if they're trolls. But anyway, we're still waiting on the troll. I don't think we got hackers, girl.
Mm-hmm. I hope we do, because if hackers were to like come on our page and do shit, please do that. We're okay with that. We're actually okay with that.
Girl, you can get a virus
from.
It doesn't work that.
It doesn't work that.
I don't know.
That way, Randy.
Look, all I know is I got some piggybacker hackers on my pad, just talking some shit. I don't know what language it is. It could be aliens for all I fucking know.
Well,
but they just chatting away, girl. I open it up. I'll show it to you later. And they're just chatting with each other. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, most likely.
These motherfuckers are talking all this shit, and I don't know what they're saying. Girl.
Well, most likely, and I will say this, most likely, they're probably hacking into his IP address, and they're using it to have conversations back and forth, which is a common thing. Yeah. And it does happen. But it's not a big deal. I mean.
No, I don't care.
People do it all the time.
It's like having mice.
On your pad.
Yes, yeah. It's like having mice in the house, girl. You don't know what's going on.
No, that's fucked up.
You don't want to know. But when you find them, you kill the motherfuckers.
It's like having mice. I love that. It is like having mice.
It's like having mice in the house.
It really is.
These bitches are just running around behind the furniture and behind the stove and the refrigerator and shit. And you don't know what's happening until you see one. And when you see one, you're like, we got to get this motherfucker out the house.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have no idea how.
I have no idea how to do it. And I have no idea, just like a mouse, what they're saying.
I've been hacked so
Let them
many.
run around free.
I've been hacked so many times that I actually know what's going on when all this stuff is going on, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, you've been hacked on what?
I've been hacked several times. I've been hacked on my Facebook page. I've been hacked on.
I think I got my Facebook hacked. Yeah.
I don't understand why is somebody fake.
But
hacking
for the
your
most
Facebook
part,
page.
here's how hacking usually works on that stuff. They're just literally just using it just to do their thing. They're literally just using it to get into your network so that they can.
So they can talk.
They just
But
want to
girl,
steal your
I have
data.
news. I have
They're not
news for
really
you.
doing that.
I have news for you. I don't do any banking online. I don't do shit online.
Yeah.
Except for watching a movie here and there. And a
Randy,
movie.
I will
here
tell you
and
this.
there.
Randy, I will tell you this. For the most part, if anybody is hacking you, they already know that. So they're not using that. All they're really doing is using it to have a conversation with somebody
but
across
I don't
the
like
sea.
them seeing my movie selection.
Oh, they went through your movie selection and went, oh, no,
What would they see?
What would I know what they would see, a lot of porn. Probably a lot of porn.
No, girl, I watch a lot of Star Wars and
What? No, you do not.
No, you
and
do not.
Anne with an E. You know Anne with an E. I watch that. Anne of Green Gables, girl. Don't look at me like that. I watch a lot of Dickens classic movies,
It
and
does mean Dickens.
I've downloaded Downton Abbey. I
Isn't
don't
it
watch
Anne
any.
with an A?
No, it's Anne with an E, bitch.
Her name starts with an E.
Bitch, I don't know. All I know is the name of the goddamn show. Anne with an E.
E-N-N.
No, it's A-N-N-E. Because sometimes it's A-N-N.
I'm going to
Bitch,
say
so
my name is Chris with
It
an
is Anne
S.
with a goddamn E.
Well, you know, there's.
Look it up on Netflix.
My name is Chris with an S.
But
Your
there's
name
also,
is Chris with a K. So you just a little crazy.
It is not, motherfucker.
It is not.
You
It
take
is
that
not.
fucking back.
I will.
I will quit right now.
Quit
I will
what? You're
walk
not
out.
even. Quit. You're not even a part.
Your
what?
name isn't even Chris. It's Dick. It's Dong Kong. Can we move on, please? Move on. Move on.
You're Chris. Really?
No,
That's-
there is no Chris
there's
here.
no-
Move on.
I know, right? It's like. So is it with a C or with a K?
Bitch, I
And
don't
then
know
he gotta
nothing
say-
about that.
Don't you say it's with a K? I'm like, are you serious? You're not even a real person on a podcast. Are you
I
serious?
don't care. I'll still quit. Doesn't matter.
Quit.
There is
what?
no reason to quit. Can we move on, please?
I don't know.
They're talking about the MSNBC.
Yes, that woman. That woman, bless her heart.
Necker.
I'm feeling sorry for her. You know, I've been called a lot of things in my life, but I ain't never been called a naker.
Okay, first of all, let's boil this down to it. And I think I need to have this conversation because I am really tired of having this conversation on all the internet formats because I have to do that. This is what I do for the show. I'm always on the internet. I always have to look for stories and everything else, and I talk to people on the internet all the time. So here's a conversation that I had on Twitter. Oh, did you see what she said? She said niggers. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Well, that is a southern version of the word niggers. And I'm like,
No, it's not.
no, I don't. Really? Because she was talking about the Lakers and the Knicks. So I don't know where the GG came from. When all she said, if anything, if the mistake was made, she said the Nakers, which is an offense to anyone who likes to be naked. But the GGER, no, she did not. And by the way, why would y'all think that a major news person on a major
Risked her career.
would risk her career by accident, even if it got
but
Y'all
in my opinion, it couldn't have even been a Freudian slip. I'm telling you, that woman, there were no G's, There was
no
at all. No hard
How do you
ER.
How do
none
you
of
mix
that.
up Lakers and Knickers? And where did the G's come from? Randy said this best. We hear what we want to hear.
Especially in social media, when
Especially
you're
on
trying
social
to
media.
bump shit up
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
get a story started so you can get something out of it, which is
some ratings,
ratings.
We
Damn,
are
listen to
getting
you.
we are
Go,
getting
Randy.
no, we are Randy's right. We are
Preach.
getting too
Oh, I'll preach
ridiculous.
later.
we're getting too ridiculous when we are
too hungry and suing everybody.
I will tell you this.
Thirsty bitches. Thirsty bitches.
That's what it is.
I
Thirsty.
now do understand something for the first time in a long time, and I think, Marcus, I think that you and I can relate to this. For the first time, there is a word that white people hate more than anything else.
Wait, what?
More than anything else. And it is literally the word that will send white people screaming into the night.
Oh, say it. I want to hear
That
it.
will make them go, oh my God, I can't believe you would even say that, and blah, 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 blah,
What is
blah.
wrong with you? What is the word? What is the word?
The word is racist. There is nothing
you're kind of right.
there is nothing that will set a white person off than being called a racist.
Some of my best
That's because they get
friends.
tired of being called a racist when they're just saying it's not a racist thing.
You know,
Some of
Randy,
my
You
best
can be called a
friends are-
racist for every goddamn thing. It doesn't even matter your intention. You're a racist.
exactly. Randy, I'm going to ask you to do me one thing. Explain to me what you explained to me the other night. What does the word cracker mean?
Cracker, as far as I know, and y'all can Google it because
And
God
he's
knows
Southern,
y'all
by the way.
Google everything. Cracker comes from the man who held the whip, who cracked the whip and beat the slaves.
You know what?
That's where cracker comes from. That's why it's slang. And white people don't even know it. They're just like, I don't know what the hell that means.
See,
cracker means that you have no regard for human beings, human life, because people who did that were beating human beings. So cracker is a hard-ass thing to be called, but nobody knows it.
So here's the thing.
That's what I have heard. And, you know, I am no scholar. And y'all can look it up if you want to, but I'm telling you.
He is a Southern Belle.
So
Southern
here's the
something.
Here's the beautiful thing about why I asked Randy to tell the definition of the word cracker. Because most people think of cracker as, oh, white people cracker is like, oh, this little
Girl,
wafer.
it's not a Ritz.
Like a little saltine.
Yeah, like
It's
a little
not a saltine or a
thing.
Ritz.
It's not a saltine or a Ritz. There is a reason behind the word cracker. And the fact that Randy explained the reason behind the word cracker is the fact that a lot of white people don't understand that. And that is actually a very, very good reason. And when he told me this, I went, oh, my God. I never heard that before. But Randy was able to explain it. So the thing is that now I understand that as far as the N word for white people, racist is the N word for white people. It is the ultimate race. If you call a white person a racist, they will run. They will literally run. They will go,
Well,
oh my God, I can't believe you called me that.
They're running
Yeah.
because they could be chased. And they could lose their career and shit. And
Thank
people
you.
have to be very careful. Listen. I love everybody. God knows, but
Lord knows he loves everybody.
But I'm telling you, if you are using the term racism or racist against somebody simply because you want to get something in life, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
A lot of people do use that too.
Because it's very toxic. Very toxic.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, there was a lawsuit, and
And you have to put things in context. You have to understand the meaning of what someone says. You
exactly.
can't just call them racist because of the words that came out of the mouth. You have to understand what the meaning behind of it was.
right. And
And people don't take the time to do that.
no.
They
no.
just got the soundbite and they're like, "Oh, you're a racist."
No, I agree. I agree completely.
And I will say this as with Marcus and I sitting at this table, the word nigger and the word nigga is two different connotations. And we understand the connotations of both of those words. But racist is one word. It is one. You guys don't have a other connotation of racist.
No.
We have nigger and nigga.
Well,
We can use the GA when we're talking among ourselves, but you guys can't use racist and
Well, we've got
In that way.
bigot.
We're
We've
also
got
saying-
bigot.
bigot is universal, and bigot
Bigot is there, but you know what I always say? if you hate black people, you hate gay people, you hate Chinese people, you're a xenophobe all across the board. You hate every race except for white folks, and you're not even all the way white. You don't know your history. Get some 23andMe and see what you're doing.
And you don't sound very interesting.
No, you don't.
You sound dull as fuck.
Kind of boring.
So the thing is, what do we do? I mean, we're 4 gay men at the table, and what do we do when we do have to deal with racism when it comes to just us being gay? How do we deal with that? How do we just look?
Wait, what do you mean?
Most of the people that are like kind of like, I think most of them scared they're going to be outed. Because most of them that are that bad, you know, as far as saying,
Are you talking about gay racists? Because there are gay racists.
There are gay racists.
Oh yeah.
By the way, you were talking about, Marcus?
I'm talking about the ones that don't like gays. The ones that
Well,
oh, you mean who
like straights.
Oh, straight people.
I mean breeders.
Well, I'm talking about.
Shit.
Well, here's
strong,
by the way,
girl. That's strong.
You know, I used to use that word a lot, and then I used it with one of my old roommates who's a straight girl, and it really hurt her feelings.
Aw,
And I felt really bad, and
wanna hurt
I don't
nobody.
use that anymore.
Breeder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt nobody.
Because I never thought that I could actually make someone feel bad.
But Joel, what were you trying to say?
well, what I'm trying to get to here is the fact that words hurt, and here's what I'm trying to, and here's what I'm really getting, that I'm starting to understand when it comes to white people now. And I don't mean Randy, and I don't mean Elliot, because Randy and Elliot are completely different from
It's
this.
Dong Kong.
By the way, you guys are
with
really
the G.
You guys have been, and by the way, you guys have been a part of who Marcus and I are right now for God knows how long. And you guys understand it, and especially Randy, who is a Southern Belle and understand this, and understands Southern culture and everything else. So the thing is that when you Randy, are called a racist, how does that make you feel?
I laugh because that's the dumbest ass thing I've ever heard. So it doesn't hurt me at all. There's a difference. If you got skeletons in your closet, that would hurt you. That would bother you. Bitch, I'm bulletproof.
So let me ask the question. I think
I can't justify my life to you, and I won't. That's like somebody racist who isn't racist, but gets called racist and says, and frankly, it is somebody who's racist who says this. I'm gonna say it. It's classic, girl. It's a classic line. I'm not racist. Some of my best friends are blacks. It's like, I will not defend myself. I don't have to defend myself. My life is my life. And if you call me a racist, you don't know me.
So
Can't hurt me.
So let me ask a question that I actually am really curious about this, because I've always been in this situation. So, and I'm looking at Marcus. So we've always been wondering. So when we invite you to our parties and everything else, where we go to your parties and we are literally the only person of color in the party.
I will refer you,
but
Joel.
when we invite you to our situations, do you feel what we feel when you are in?
I will remind you, Joel, of, I think it was episode 5 of Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. Y'all should listen to all of them, where I talked about a party I went to. My friend Ruthie from the Burger King. Love Ruthie. Girl, Ruthie, bless her heart, she was fabulous. But she would sit there, she would stand there, she didn't want to work, and that's fine. She just sat there and ate pickles. Anyway, love Ruthie. Ruthie invited me to a party at her home. I was the only white person there. I was having the best time of my life. I didn't care. I was drinking Wild Irish Rose with Ruthie's mother and grandmother and dancing. And her brother came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Who the fuck invited you here?" And I said, "I'm with Ruthie." And Ruthie looked at him, and he was her older brother. And you could tell Ruthie was like, uh-oh. And he said, you need to get up out of this fucking house right now. So I'll tell you how I felt. I felt good, and then I felt like shit. That's how I felt. And it affected me. It bothered me. It bothered me. That's all I'm saying. I get a little emotional about it because it's not fair. You know, it's not. No.
I bet that guy was so on the down low, you cannot believe it.
You know he was. But it wasn't a gay thing. It wasn't a gay thing. That man didn't have time to size me up. It was a white thing. He saw me. He didn't want me in his house. And I was like, I'll leave. I didn't want to because I was drunk as hell. And my plan was to call a cab home. But, yeah, I left. But it hurt. It hurt. I've been there with that situation. Greenville, Mississippi, don't go. That's all I can say is don't go.
How many times have we been in situations when I talk to, and I'm going to move to the other side of the table. How many times have we been in situations where we've been the only black people in the entire room? And I
was like that with the family.
I know. We have been the only black people in the entire room. And we've had to, how many times did you have to explain why black people do stuff? What? And I'm like, why? What? I know, right?
But that's not fair.
No.
That's not fair. I didn't even get a chance.
Now Marcus and I are talking.
No, look and say, well, why did they do that?
I know. Marcus and I are now talking. How many times did you have to explain why black people do stuff to white people in an entire room full of white people?
They be like.
And I'm like, and we were like, oh my God. So now we're the representative of all. Yes, exactly. So now we're the representatives.
I would tell them, hey,
of every
all
black
of us are
person.
not like that.
I know, of every black person on the planet. Our friends who love us and said, hey, will you come to a party with us?
Most of our friends are not black.
And by the way, they were the people. By the way, Marcus and I do agree when we say this. These are the people we love more than anything else, and they wanted us to be a part of their lives and accept the people that were in their lives. But they did warn us before they came over that this was going to happen. They did warn us about this.
And we said we're used to it.
Yeah, so they did warn us that. Oh my God, Joel, I want to bring you over. But you're not going to like it because white people are going to make... And I'm like, are you serious? Marcus and I love this.
I said, that's fine.
I know. Marcus and I used to sit around... Marcus and I used to sit around and go, okay, my white friend just invited me to have Christmas dinner with them. What do I do? And Marcus and I would go, okay. Okay, first of all, Marcus would go, first of all, their food's going to be terrible.
Oh, no. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair.
There's not.
That's racialistic. That's
Marcus
racialistic, girl.
Marcus told me, girl, bring your own hot sauce. Some salt and pepper because they don't like, they're not going to do that.
See, Southern families love salt and pepper and
then Marcus
sauce,
would go, Joel, I already know who you are. You are going to be able to have a conversation with these people and you'll be fine. But when it comes to their food, bring some salt and pepper and some hot sauce. They are like, but you'll be fine.
Well, I can say,
and then Marcus will turn around and go, girl, oh my God, I don't know how to talk to white people.
Oh my God,
I don't know how to talk to white people.
That's hilarious.
They're gonna talk to me about certain things. What do I do? And I'm like, Marcus, here's what you do. The person that you're with, have a good time. If they ask you weird or stupid questions about you being a black person and having to explain stuff, stop it right there and go, no, I don't do that.
Now, most of the people I get are going to say, you don't act like you're
black. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the first thing they're going to say.
That's
you don't act.
Tell us.
Oh my God, you don't act black. And I'm like, well,
what is black act like?
What is black act like? I don't know.
I want to know, Chris has ever been in this. I mean, Dong Kong.
If I've ever been.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were the only white person in the room?
I have been a couple times, which not many, but they actually both happened on buses. One time I'm actually in first grade. It was first day of school. It was my birthday, and it was like the worst birthday ever. And eventually, all these bad things happened. At the very end, I got on the wrong bus, and it was a bus full of all black kids, and I was the only white kid. And that was really...
You're like, wow.
I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place, and I don't recognize anybody. And then I took a bus trip. After college, I took a bus trip, and I went to Memphis, and I got on a bus and went down to like the main Memphis street, and the bus was just all full of black people, and I was the only white guy. And growing up in Austin, I'd never been in that situation before, and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I do have to apologize to Greenville. Y'all, I had a wonderful life for the most part in Greenville. You can't be gay there, but you can love black people. And that was one situation. That was just one situation. And a majority of my friends were black people. And I had a wonderful time. I had some good food. You goddamn right. Every Thanksgiving at Zadie's house, Zadie Smith. Hey, Zadie. And Jacqueline was my friend. And... I had a wonderful time with those people. That was one incident. The only problem I had was the local authorities, because I was in cars with black people. This is a true story. The local authorities were actually investigating me, thinking I was a drug dealer because I was riding in cars with black folks. And these were not white local authorities. These were black local authorities. And I'm like, are you serious? And I'm sure there were white people involved. But still, no. There was a narc that followed me for at least a month. Every time I was in a car, I would see him. And he would even go, thumbs up to me, like, I know what you're doing. And I'm like, but guess what? I didn't do any drugs in Greenville. And I don't do drugs.
Lord.
So.
Here's the thing, Randy. Marcus, why don't you tell the story? Miss Gail, the whitest Southern woman on the planet.
Lord.
By the way, she passed away.
Oh, God rest her soul.
She passed away. And by the way, come here. Because I was there when it happened.
Oh, yeah.
I was there when it happened. Miss Gail was the most amazing person on the planet. She was the Southernest belle on the planet. And she loved Marcus. She did everything for Marcus. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have a moment here.
Okay.
I am going to have a moment here because Miss Gail always made sure that Marcus. She took care of Marcus.
That's his family was Pentecostal.
She loved Marcus. This was a woman who was aquanetted to death with her hair.
She had to be.
She had
cut their hair like other people.
Marcus and I talked about this the other night, and she was blonde. Her cats were blonde. She had 3 fat cats. She was a fat woman herself, and she had all this blonde hair that was just
she dated guys who had.
Yes, and she was just the most amazing person on the planet, and she took care of Marcus. She always took care of Marcus.
That's nice.
She always made sure that Marcus was good. And, when we have those, by the way, Marcus had her, and you had, what?
Isabel.
You had Isabel Cooley. You had Isabel Cooley.
Isabel Cooley was a little different.
So you bitches had your thing.
Older women in our lives. But we'll talk. I've got some stories to talk about with Isabel, for Isabel later. The good stories. Yeah. And there were always good stories with Isabel.
But you girls... I saw everything that you went through with Gail, and I saw all the stuff with Isabel Cooley. You talked about Isabel Cooley like she was the most amazing thing on the planet, and you guys have so much in common when it comes to that. You had these incredible women who just changed your lives.
Made a big difference.
So much.
Girl, there was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
You know what I had? I had a child molester who I found out later was a child molester at his funeral. Remember that? Big John. Big John was a guy who was a customer of mine.
Of course, Big John is a child molester.
Yes,
Ew.
who was a customer of mine
Yeah, ew.
at a restaurant that I worked at. And when he passed away, and he helped me when I was going through a lot of stuff, and he did help me with a lot of things. And we went to his funeral, and that's where I learned that he was a terrible person at his funeral.
But people were talking about him at his funeral.
Oh,
Yeah, but he
God.
never treated you that way.
No, he never treated me that way.
You weren't young enough when he met you.
I asked him.
No, it's true. He was a working
Yeah.
man, so he
I
wasn't
know.
a child anymore.
I actually asked him.
He was
I
a
said-
working man. So
I asked him, wait, I'm seeing you do all this stuff with all these guys. Why are you not doing that with me? That was me going through. Remember me, Marcus? You remember I had low self-esteem, was not in a place. I literally gave up. Oh my God! But Marcus understood that, and
You remember Randy?
so here I was
Yeah, I
hanging.
do.
Yeah, here I was hanging out with this guy, and it wasn't until his funeral that I realized who he was, and I realized I couldn't do that. He literally did things that were horrific. He did some horrific things,
we don't want to hear.
and we
about
did
him.
not find that out
He
until
ever
the
told
funeral.
us, yeah.
You know, all the stuff that he helped me do to help me get my life together.
He seemed like he would be a nice person.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me
Just-
get my
you know
life
what? It
together.
just goes to show you don't know nobody.
I know, but when we got to the funeral, he helped me get my life together. But when we got to the funeral and I heard all the stuff that he had done, then it made me go, wait.
Wait a minute. What
not-
was that in the
not him.
eulogy? I'm confused. At the funeral, were you
At the funeral.
It was in the eulogy that he
At the
was a
funeral,
child molester?
I found that
You
I
talk to
found
other people?
I found out that he was a. I found out he was
a dirty bird.
a child molester
That's what I mean.
at his funeral.
The people told you, right?
Oh,
I
because
guess so.
everybody told me. His own son told me the
Well-
things that he had done.
Well, where?
That
And-
sounds like a weird funeral.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because Marcus was there,
That funeral's
and
a
I'm
trip.
sitting there
That's a
going,
funeral I don't
Joel
want to go
took
to.
me there, but he never told me what the people were
I didn't
saying.
know what- I
He was
didn't-
like, let's go. I'm like, okay.
I know, but when he went there, I went there as a friend of someone who was at my bar, and that's what I was supposed to do. And I had gotten kicked out of my apartment, and he helped me out and everything else. But when I brought Marcus, Noel, and a couple other people to the funeral, and I had to listen to the fact that this person was awful.
Oh, I sure hate it.
Now I know why he was so anxious to go.
Well,
there.
I'm getting another flash.
Yeah, I know. I had to listen to the fact that this person who helped me on so many different occasions turned out to be the most awful person on the planet.
Well, we see.
And I'm looking at everybody who's looking at me going, "Oh my God, that's the guy who said that he was," and I'm like, "Oh,
Well, we seem to be stuck on this particular subject, and it's very disturbing.
What about the Kobe Bryant thing?
What about Kobe?
oh,
Bless his heart. God
Bless his
rest his
heart.
soul.
God rest his soul." But here's the thing: he made some mistakes in the past, and one of those mistakes was sleeping with a 19-year-old girl, and he was accused of rape. But that's not what she did. She said, "Nope, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be that girl." By the way, good for her. Good for her for understanding that. Good for her. She made him apologize to her in court. She got a settlement, which no one knows what that settlement is. No one knows what that is. Absolutely no one knows what that is. She's the winner in this.
When did this
No,
happen?
This happened 15 years ago. So,
You know,
yeah.
This has battled me for
Sounds
quite
very
some
relevant.
time.
Yeah.
Why do people get married and then want to fool around behind their spouse?
Well, here's the thing.
Are
This
they
is-
not happy? Do they not get the same thing they got when they
Okay,
were 40?
so I think that I figured it out, and I want to say this because I figured it out. Here's the thing. If you're an athlete, if you have all these amazing skills, here's what you do. fuck everybody you want to. Fuck everybody you want to.
Before you get married?
Fuck everybody you want to, but don't marry them. Do not marry them at all. Fuck everybody you want to. Have a good time.
I would
when
say
you
not.
when you get to the point where your career is about, you're gonna do, and I will say this: this is the moment that you do not Tyler Perry. This is the point that you do the golfer thing. Well, I screwed everybody else and I had a great time.
Oh, you talking about Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods. You do a Tiger Woods moment.
Who gonna want some old used up stuff?
I'm 40. I have screwed everybody I wanted to. I'm now going to get married and have kids. And
Who's
do
gonna
that
want
kind
you
of
after all that? You old used product. You old used up.
But here's the thing. Here's what
It's not
happened.
gonna be authentic.
By the way, here's what happened.
be emotion.
By the way, here's what happened to Kobe. Kobe was 20-something years old. He fucked around. He messed up. No, he wasn't. Actually, he was 30-something. But he fucked around because he was an athlete.
He was married.
And he was married. And his wife went, oh, is that what you're going to do? I'm not going to divorce you. His wife was smart. I'm not going to divorce you. Because if I divorce you, I'm going to stay with you. And you're going to have some more kids. And you're going to do all the stuff that I need you to do. And that bitch who said that she slept with you, you're going to fix that. And if you don't fix that, then I'm going to leave you. And she did it. And look where she is. I'm sorry, by the way.
Oh, honey, I'm having one of my hot flashes.
I know. She lost her daughter. I don't care about the fact that she lost Kobe.
Girl,
and
do we have an interesting topic to talk about?
No, I think that I want to say this to everybody
Lord have mercy.
in internet world and
Have
everything
mercy.
else.
Uh-oh. There it comes. There it comes.
I don't mind saying I'm
Here's
having a
the
hotter
thing.
flash now.
She lost her daughter, her 13-year-old daughter, in a helicopter crash. Who cares what she felt about Kobe? She lost her 13-year-old daughter. Y'all need to give her some time to mourn her 13-year-old daughter. She lost her child, a child that came out of her. Kobe can fuck off. And if Kobe had been whatever, she can do that. If Kobe had been on that helicopter by himself, she would have been okay. But she lost her daughter in that. We've got to respect
Maybe they
that.
reconnected.
Doesn't matter. She lost her daughter.
Okay, got it.
Well, I'll tell
Next
you
topic.
what. We need to move on, honey.
I know. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Oh, we're back. Oh, I'm sorry. I was shouting for the Raptors. Hey, I'm shouting for the Raptors. No,
That was the ghost of Kobe.
I know. That was the
Fucking
ghost of
with you.
Kobe. That was the ghost. What?
Yeah, I said it.
Did you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought it
You're
was,
haunted now, bitch.
Oh, I thought it was the ghost of Randy's kitchen. That's what I thought it was. Hey-o. Hey-o.
Is that Randy's butt singing?
I think so, yes. I think it has a Jamaican accent going on. I think it does.
Wait, what song does my butt sing?
Girl.
Okay.
I don't even have a response to that. My booty is just fine, honey. And
Oh, what? Oh,
No, that
I
was-
think
I'll leave the ghost
wait.
to you.
Wait, what's my song?
Oh, my little girl. Oh, I think it's more of a Depeche Mode kind of thing. I think. Do you know you? Well, you do go to you know Depeche Mode.
Yes.
Of course. I think your butthole has a Depeche Mode song coming out of it. I honestly do think that it's
Well,
a
wait,
Depeche
like
Mode.
what? What song?
What song would a Depeche Mode song be? Taking a ride with my best friend. Hold on. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna deflect.
We'll move on. We'll move on.
I have to find a Depeche Mode song. So I'm gonna move on to Marcus because I feel like that Marcus. Here's the thing, and I think I need to do this. I need to apologize to Marcus. here's the thing, Marcus, and I think Randy too. You know that you guys have that whole Sisters of the Church spiritual thing going on, and I love how you guys talk to me when I have an issue or what have you, and go, girl, just pray, just take a little bit of time and pray. And then I have to look at you bitches and go, you know I don't do that. I don't know why you guys talk to me like that.
So since 2020 started, I started opening my mind into certain things.
Yes,
and
you did.
I'm not a very, I don't really necessarily believe in God, but I'm like, okay, it's 2020. I'm going to open my mind to this. I'm just going to start praying and talking to the universe. And just the fact of actually praying has really done a lot. Like I can't explain like how more connected I am.
And I think that the
Start, that's good.
and I think
What?
that Sisters of the Church.
That's good.
I think that the Sisters of the Church, and when I say the Sisters of the Church, and they really are the Sisters of the Church.
So my point is, even though you don't necessarily believe anything, doesn't mean praying doesn't help you.
I will say this, and I know it's going to cause some. No, it doesn't. And I will say this. Okay, maybe I'm wrong in this. I guess I am wrong in this. Oh my God. Okay, so I have only one prayer that I ever say, and it's the only prayer because here's the thing. I found religion and the idea of God to be ridiculous. I find the entire thing to be ridiculous. How is it that a person, or I'm sorry, let me take that back. How is it that a being creates an entire universe, puts beings on a planet, and doesn't say, hey, why don't you guys figure your own thing out?
What do
Because
you
that would
mean?
be cute if I could see you figure your own thing out. You know what I've always found so terrible about most religions, including Christianity and everything else, is the fact that it's always, hey, I need stuff. So this is what I need you to do for me. And
That's a huge bastardization of religion. And if that's the understanding you have of it, then you have such a minuscule understanding. It's
no.
kind of pathetic.
It's not pathetic.
It's very pathetic.
How is it pathetic?
You're
when
basing your understanding of religion of these like sideline things that aren't the whole basis of religion. Religion is not about that. It's about
You
something
tell
more
her, Millie.
deeper.
weren't you? You know, this is the most amazing thing because you were a atheist, agnostic.
I grew up. I
kind
was
of
raised
thing.
Catholic, and I grew up with God in my soul and my body. And I fell out of religion in high school. But growing up as a kid, I believed in God and all that. So I was right there, and I still have those feelings inside.
So did Joel, Christian.
So,
And I think it's kind of rude to be bringing that up when you have these two.
Atheists don't care about being rude to people.
Neither do Christians.
Well,
You and you're going to hell.
Some Christians. Some Christians. But other than that, all I can say is I'm going to pray for you. That's all. Because that's all I can do. And I'm not judging you. You go on ahead and judge me if you want to.
no, I'm not. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
There's no point in that.
No. There's
See,
no
here's
point.
the thing. I don't want
Because
to.
you've got it all figured out.
Nope, I
I'm
don't.
glad you do.
No, I don't.
You were just acting like you did.
No. Where
Well,
at any point
I don't know
did
why.
say-
I don't know why this is happening, and frankly, I'm not going to even entertain it. I shouldn't even be speaking. So, because all I can do is pray. That's it. So,
And that's not a bad thing.
good, because I got you. I got you in prayer.
And once again,
Don't worry, right? I got my holy oil over here.
All right.
still not a bad thing. And
Well,
still
then I don't know
didn't
why
say
we're
that.
discussing it in the first place.
Because I
You
don't-
literally have no respect for Marcus and I.
no,
because of the way you're-
uh-uh.
Oh, really?
No, I
Do
didn't
you
say
think
that.
that I would talk to you like that? About you like that? You're talking about us and we're in the damn room. and you're acting like we're morons because we have a respect and a faith.
I did not
So
say that.
all I'm saying is this: you go ahead and talk. I have nothing else to say except for this, which is all I know is to pray.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to have to do. Here's what I'm going to have to do. The thing is that I did not say any of that stuff. At what point?
I'm not having this. Why are you talking to me about this?
Because
I'm done. I ain't talking about this with you. You don't hear me. I said I'm praying for you. That's all I can say. I'm done with this
It probably
conversation.
was not a good topic to introduce on the third half.
I'm done with this conversation.
show.
It's not even a conversation for me.
Okay, I think we are done with this part of the conversation.
What's the next topic?
I have no idea. Because I think the next topic should be done. And I think we're done with this episode.
Well, we can't go to bed angry.
Oh, no, I'm not angry. There's no anger here.
So when's the next Sister of the Church going to come on?
Yeah.
I don't know. When is the next Sisters of the Church going to come on?
Don't ask me.
Maybe sometime next week.
Have you guys done a thing
Why are
before?
you looking at me? I don't know. It's not my show.
Ooh, this show has gotten very dark. This episode got very dark. I did not mean for it to get so dark.
It happens. It's probably good for ratings.
Is it?
I mean,
Well, now you can't beat that. We might get some trolls out of it. That's for sure.
maybe a few more ass pics.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that neither.
Well, I think that. I think that maybe this needs to happen. I think I need to apologize. This is not what I meant to happen. Honestly, this is not what I meant to happen, and I apologize and have respect for the people that are at this table. I do. I have absolute respect. Absolute. And if I did something wrong, then I need to apologize for it, because that is what I need to do. That is what needs to happen, and that is what's going to happen at this moment. I apologize. If I made anyone feel uncomfortable, if I brought up things that I shouldn't have.
Well, I certainly accept your apology. Of course. Girl, I've known you forever. I know you didn't mean any harm, but it was harmful. And I appreciate you apologizing. I do.
And
I know Marcus does too. He said nothing, though.
I just prayed for him. That's it.
I'm still there. I will always pray for everybody at this
Knowledge and wisdom
table.
will come his way.
well, like I said, when it comes to Marcus and David, they already know who I am, so that's what they do. And I'm good.
And I love conversations like that. I just don't know if it was the proper time to bring start a conversation like that.
And yet we're going on with the conversation.
No, I don't. Honestly, are we really going on with the conversation? Because I
Oh,
don't
well,
think we are.
good.
I thought this was a level of respect and respecting everybody at this table, and that's what I'm trying to do. Is respect everybody at this table.
Well,
And realizing that I
appreciate
now
that.
know and understand that. See, here's the thing. This will be the absolute last time that I actually have alcohol at this table. We're done. Now I understand why I need to do what I need to do. So in order to, and by the way, I'm going to say this again because I don't think I should have to say this again, but I'm going to say it again. When I'm looking at the people at this table and I see who they are and where they can go and everything else, this is the last time I'm having alcohol at this table because I see what I need to see. when I see that everything that I built and what I'm doing is exactly what needs to happen. So this is the absolute last time this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So get ready because we have a lot of work to do. And Marcus, who I love and everything else, and you got a lot of stuff going on. Elliot, you're going to be taking off here soon, and I'm going to miss you.
Yeah, and I'm going on my destination
Yep.
unknown road trip.
Yep, he's going on this destination road trip, and I'm going to miss you a lot because you and I actually had some fantastic, wonderful talks.
Yeah,
And this is what I love about this show is the fact that we can talk about this because I want people to hear this. I want people to hear real people talking.
Well, yeah.
And even when real people talking can sometimes get awful and weird and that kind of thing, people need to hear that because how do we change things unless people talk? And unless people are able to have the conversation that sometimes makes them uncomfortable. And yes, Randy, sometimes makes them uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's what really needs to. It's what we need to do. That's why I love this. So we're good, and we're about to call it the end of the day. And you know what's going to happen? Marcus is probably going to call it a night.
Do we really have to discuss this with everybody on the planet? I don't think they care. I really don't think they care.
Going into public record forever.
Yeah, I really don't think they care.
It's going to be.
There is nobody taking minutes in the corner.
Well, guess what? I'm going to have to sit in front of a computer and put this together as a show.
You do what you do.
You know what I realized a while ago? I could never run for president because of this fucking goddamn show.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Because this fucking goddamn show with 15 viewers. Thank you, Iraq.
Exactly.
Well, and thank you, Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever.
No, really, thank you.
No, really, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's end this show. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I am Joel Tatum.
Oh, and I'm Randy. Hi, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Marky Mark.
I'm Elliot King Dong.
And thank you. And once again, littlegaytalkshow.com. Say what you have to say. Read us if you need to read us. But have a good time.
Give us your comments.
Send us your ass pics.
Mm-hmm.
Joel hasn't seen enough.
I obviously have not. And Randy loves trolls. So
Ain't nobody trolled me yet.
ain't nobody trolled him yet.
God knows
That's
you have
a
enough to
song.
say. You've seen my picture, haven't you?
That's a song. You have to do it.
Ain't nobody trolled me yet.
Oh, my God. So we're out. We'll see you later. Good night.